We're riding around, guys, up in Sugarloaf. We found some new tracks. We're having a good time. Pull onto the lake, not even pulling that hard. She starts chugging, running on one cylinder, banging like a mother. So, as any good old motor guy will know, when you hear that sound, you hit the kill button right away to cause less damage down the road. I did that, grabbed the clutch. She would not turn over anymore. So I knew something was wrong. We got her towed out. I'm gonna rip the motor out, check what's going on. Priced out some new stuff. It's a little pricey, but we're gonna find out exactly what's wrong with this one first. So we gotta get it out, get it on the bench, and then figure out what's going on from there. We have a 2018 Mountain Cat 800 two-stroke twin, two-cycle with about 4,000 miles on it. Warranty was due in November. Of course, it's January, and guess what happens? Motor goes for shit. Usually on a Cat, the rod bearing goes on the PTO side, but I don't think that is it. So, but I mean, how are you ever gonna tell unless you take the motor apart? For any of you guys looking at doing a quick spring removal, just take some old rope from your recoil. Works great for taking off springs. Run that through the spring. Booah! Simple. Pull that spring off. Isn't that easy? There's so many things in life that are easy. Taking off springs is one of them. Bear with me a bit, guys. I've never taken a motor out of a new Cat before. But I mean, it's like anything. It's not that hard. Just gotta have a few tricks up your sleeve. A little ambition. What a mixed match of shit. No, we're not mad. You're good. It's all good. Nothing lasts forever. They all break. I don't care what you got. You Polaris guys can brag up your Polarises. You do guys can brag up your doos. Yamaha guys. Well, okay, you Yamaha guys can brag it up because they last a long time. But it's two-stroke shit. It's all the same stuff. Just another day in the life. We're gonna try and fix it up. Ooh, I can see something bad there already. That's not good. You can see aluminum sitting down in there. So what does that look like? Aluminum's bad. Aluminum is bad. If you look at the positive side, that means the piston or the cylinder is shot. Originally we thought the rod bearing on the crank was shot. Probably not the case. So let's rip this Y pipe off. Motor's still got to come out regardless. So at least now I kind of know that it's more of a piston issue. We'll check it out. Yamahas suck. What do you say? What do you say? That's right. They do. We took the Y pipe off, and there's obviously aluminum sitting on the exhaust side of the motor. It looks like the bottom skirt of the piston broke off. Pistons get tired, they slap around a little bit, and then they break on the bottom. So, this motor still has to come out. It's got to be cleaned out. Hopefully we can just change the piston and rings. So yeah, normally you go about 4,000, 5,000 kilometers and start changing pistons. On the Polarises, that was a normal thing to do. Most guys go 4,000 or 5,000 K. I probably should have picked it up a little sooner. Didn't. Got bit. Shit happens. Hopefully there's not a whole lot of damage, but we got beer. As we're ripping apart this motor, we noticed that the C-Techs are different than the older Suzuki motors if you're ripping one out. On the back, when you're pulling stuff out, there's a fuel rail. So this fitting here has to come off. This oil line has to come off in order for the motor to come out. So just make sure you're aware of that. And then there's another wire here. We got them all loose. This one has to be undone. And then we can pull this motor out. So just be aware of that extra rail on the back. That's all I need to tell you for now. Woo! I bet this is steering.
Nope, that's motor.
What's this one?
The whole motor just went plunk.
Plonk. Okay, we're good. 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at that.
One more little one.
1, 2, 3.
We got hoses here.
So what we're gonna do now, guys, is take the head apart. Then we're gonna take the cylinders off, and we're gonna see exactly what's going on. Ooh, look at that, pepper, but not bad. See the aluminum in there, guys? Let's hope we didn't wreck it. So anytime you hear a noise running on one cylinder, shaking bad, hit the kill button right away. You're gonna cause way less catastrophic damage that way. You might just save some parts in the motor. Lucky.
I cannot believe that.
Not a mark. I mean, oh, right there.
A nick and crack.
That's where it was stopping.
Yeah.
So if you guys can see the little nick on the bottom crosshatch here, or bottom port, or what do you call that? Stabilizer plate, I guess. I can live with that. I can fix that. Oh, right here.
Did it bugger up? Oh.
There's a piece of piston. Oh, there's more in there. That's the reeds, eh? Yeah. Yeah, oh, shit. Case half's bust.
Oh, man.
Yeah, she's cooked. The case half is bust. Right in front of the reed cages. So that's a bad repair. You can't use it that way. That's gonna fall apart. Yep. Shit, I thought we were gonna get lucky.
Yeah, well, it looked like
Damn, if that piece wouldn't have been broke.
Wow. That's
what was stopping it.
This piston went in there and cracked it. A piece of piston.
And it was
off,
like
and
2
cracked it, and
seconds.
that was it. Yeah.
It was a broken piston, but the piston broke and busted the case half. So it's not the crank, but you can't fix it unless you buy a short block. So you're gonna buy a short block for what, $3,000 Canadian, which doesn't give you cylinders or pistons. A long block gives you everything. They're $5,000 Canadian. I think I can get one out of the States at Country Cats. They have both. They have a short block and a long block at the moment. I did some checking around today. You could probably get one up here in the next little bit. Pricey, yeah, for sure, but you got a 2018 sled sitting here, it's worth $0 with no motor in it. And you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. What are you gonna do? Good news is, it's snowing, and we're gonna get the mods out. Ha ha! Brap!